Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Burrow Home Bar. This is going to be quite a quick one this week because I am rushing off, I'm in a hurry, I'm going up to the Edinburgh Festival and we're catching a train very soon, and I've left this way too last minute, but I had planned to do it today, so it's happening. And second of all, I think my mic is almost out of charge. It'll be miracle if I make it through this whole video without that running out of charge. So this week's cocktail is going to be called the Ginger Thistle. The name for this is because one of the liqueurs that I'm using is from Thistle cross, and then there's ginger in it, so hence the Ginger Thistle. I thought it was kind of a cool name. I know it's still the height of summer. It doesn't look like it today in Scotland. It's horrible weather. Great, we're going up down. But I was watching something on Instagram the other day that had ginger in it, and I was like, oh, I've not had a gingery drink in a while. So that's what made me, what the inspiration was for this cocktail. It's going to be a bourbon-based cocktail. So I'm using my Buffalo Trace, as always, my favourite bourbon of choice. Then I'm using some Gingerbread Liqueur. That is a fly. I thought that was a wasp. I almost freaked out. This is a really chaotic video already. Gingerbread syrup and this Thistle cross cider liqueur, which was really new to me when I first come across it, and I've used it a few times and it's really great. It's got this unique sort of sweety, cidery, caramelly taste to it, so I thought that would go really well in it as well. So let's get on with this cocktail. So we're going to do it in a mixing glass because I don't really have any fruit juice or anything like that, so I'm just going to kind of all mix it up. And we're going to start with Buffalo Trace. I need to calm down. That's what I get like when I'm in a rush. Buffalo Trace, and I'm going to do 45 mils of that in here to start. Love Buffalo Trace, love a bourbon cocktail. Bourbon is definitely my liquor of choice, I would say. So gingerbread liqueur, I don't want to do too much of that because I've also got the gingerbread syrup going in there, so I'm just going to do 20 mils. This is actually a gin liqueur, but it just tastes like gingerbread, so it's not like you can't mix it with things that aren't gin, if that makes sense. The cider liqueur, I'm going to do 35 mils of that in here. That's quite a subtle taste, so I don't think it's going to overpower, definitely not going to overpower the bourbon. Lovely. And then I'm just going to do 50 mils of this gingerbread syrup, which I hope is still in date. I have had it since Christmas, but does syrup really go off and sugar? There we go. So that is everything in the mixing glass. I'm going to add ice, and then we're going to give it a good mix. I think my last few videos, for some reason, have been really long. I think I just tend to ramble and just don't get on with it, mixing the drink, making the drink and tasting it, which is what you're all here for. So, yeah, nice quick one today. I hope you're all well, and I hope you're having a lovely summer. Probably almost coming to an end here in Scotland. It's the end of August. September tends to be not quite as nice. Sometimes August isn't either, to be fair. So we just want to mix this until you can kind of feel the glass getting a bit colder. Not so much frosted like you would with metal shaker, but you can kind of start to feel it. You don't want to over mix it and over dilute it as well. So I think that's probably where I'll stop. Oh, it's so Christmassy. It's really Christmassy because of the gingerbread. That's not a bad thing. I love Christmas. It's my favourite time of year. Okay, for my glass, I have melted some white chocolate, and I've just done, I don't know how I found time to do this, and I've just done a little sort of paintbrush of white chocolate on the side. And then we're just going to pour this lovely cocktail into the glass. This is going to be perfect for my little pre-drink. Getting the train up so I can have a drink before I leave. There we go. And then because there's ginger kind of flavours going in there, I have some crystallized ginger in there, because who doesn't love a little bit of crystallization on their ginger? There we go. That is my Ginger Thistle. I think that looks pretty cool. I love the effect that that white chocolate gives on the glass. It just adds a little bit of something extra. So yeah, let's see if it tastes as good as it looks. Cheers. You can smell, sorry, the gingerbread, like before you even have a taste, which is good, what we want. Lovely, very boozy, very booze forward. It's very bourbony, which I like. I'm glad that the other things didn't overpower it too much. If I made this again, I would maybe do even less of the gingerbread syrup. This is quite sweet and kind of like clawing, that kind of taste when I swallow. I feel like maybe just a tad too much of this. But other than that, I think it's a very well balanced drink. It's good. All these flavours seem to go together. Who would have thought? It's sort of a cider liqueur, gingerbread liqueur for gin and bourbon, but they went together really well. Yeah, I'm really happy with that, and I'm going to quickly down all this before, no, I'm not really, I'm going to share it with Ben before I go for the train to enjoy the Edinburgh Festival this weekend. Thank you so much for enjoying me on the Bourbon Bar. Maybe next time I'll make a cocktail that I had when I was in Edinburgh. You never know, that happens to me quite a lot. So yeah, watch this space. Cheers and happy cocktailing.